Casting streams there. Okay. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone doing on this Thursday evening? Welcome to Evening Motivation with Jackie. Let me go ahead and share this, get this broadcast shared out, okay? I'll make sure I keep a look at the comments up here because sometimes I forget because I have to hit a certain button in order to see the comments. Okay. I'm almost there. All right. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jacqueline Kabay Harrison. I am a confidence and success coach, and I work specifically with African American women, helping them to create strategies in which to effectively address negative self-talk, right? And those self-sabotaging behaviors that basically keep popping up that prevent us from showing up in the way that we know that we should and that we could in our businesses. Okay. So that's what I do more specifically. And you have joined me for Evening Motivation with Jackie. So like I said, this is every Tuesday and Thursday at 10-ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Typically what I do is I talk about different tools and techniques to help you level up your business. Okay. Help you level up, help you basically do something different, right? Because you can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. Right? Well, you can, but it wouldn't be very smart, right? Wouldn't be very smart. Let me stick my phone up here so I can try to capture this on Instagram too. 1 second. All right, there we go. There we go. You know, this is my this little room here. This is my studio. This is where everything happens. And I got to make the most of my time, the best use of the equipment that I have. And those of you out there that live stream, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So had 2 videos going at the same time. So what I wanted to talk about tonight is I am so excited, y'all. I have to admit, I am so excited. These last couple of months, I have been working with a phenomenal group of ladies and men, and we have put together the next A Queens Roundtable Quarterly Symposium, which is going to be May the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. So it's going to be 4 days of experts, business experts, right? From mindset to spiritual alignment to business strategy, right? People that are going to talk to you about how to make it as a speaker or how to basically get on stages, right? Because as a speaker, that's what you want to do, right? That's, you know, you got to get gigs, right? So you got to know there's an art to doing that. So we're going to have someone that's going to be speaking about that. So it is all lined up. I do have the link, and I'm actually going to put it in there as soon as I finish up. I will definitely put it in there. But I just want you to go ahead and mark your calendars because this is going to be a must-see event. Okay. Now, it's a virtual event. So so what'll happen is at the start of the summit, whatever speakers that are scheduled to go that day between the hours of, I think it's like 6 in the morning to like 10 at night. And whoever is scheduled to go that day, you can see their video at any point that day, you know, whether you want to watch it at, but it has to be after the time. Well, it has to be after the time that they're scheduled. So if they're scheduled at 2 o'clock, you can see it at 2 o'clock or then after, right? And then the ones that have already gone before that, you can still see their video up until the end of that day. Like I said, unless you upgrade. So it's just, it's going to be phenomenal. I mean, I will be coming to you, letting you know exactly who's going to be participating, as well as in some of the promo information that's going to come out. You have an opportunity to see, just for, firsthand who's going to be participating. But the link that's in there, you can click on that link and it'll take you right to the page and you can see what is in store for you. So and this is specifically geared towards coaches and consultants, right? So if you're a coach or a consultant, and I don't care if you just started your business 6 months ago, if you've been in business, oh, hey, Lakia, if you've been in business for, I don't know, maybe 3 years, let's just say, and sometimes we still have issues, maybe different issues, right? But different. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The thing of it is, if you are at a point in your business where you feel like things just aren't working, right? You don't quite know what it is or what's not working. You just know that you're not getting the results that you want to get, right? Or maybe you find yourself having difficulty just being visible, right? You find that maybe you might go good for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and then you just kind of lose your motivation, or, you just kind of become so riddled with self-doubt, or so thinking over and over again about what people are going to think about you or what people are going to have to say about you. Like me drinking sips of my water, I have to because my throat gets really dry. So, and it's different for every entrepreneur, right? Like I said, some people may have issues with being visible, right? Maybe they don't want to go live. They're fearful of putting their materials out there. Some of us are fearful of putting our materials out there because we're perfectionists, right? And we feel like, oh, it's not perfect. Oh, I have to have the perfect title. Oh, I have to have the, I don't know, perfect name for the course, or I don't have this particular type of software. And that can go on and on and on, right? That could really go on and on and on. But the point is, if you find yourself that you are not putting your materials out there because of the fact that you're like, oh, it's just not right. Oh, it's just not right. And you find that 2 weeks go by, a month goes by, 6 months goes by, a year. Next thing you know, a year later, you're still talking about launching the same program or launching the same podcast, right? Now, if you're okay with that and you want to stay there, stay there. That's cool. Stay there. But if you're not okay with that, and you know you want to do better and that you can do better with the appropriate guidance, then hey, this is the summit for you. And again, too, when you get a lot of like-minded individuals in one space, right, or in one arena, one platform, everybody brings something different to the table. Like I've had seminars. Now you'll probably hear my son in the background. I've had workshops before where you bring somebody in and they're a publisher. They talk about publishing. You bring somebody in and they're a public speaker, right? And maybe they talk about securing, speaking engagements. And you have a person speak about business strategy. When you bring all of those great minds into one place, one forum, right? All on the same stage, so to speak, obviously at different times, but all in the same area, you're bound to get something different from each different person. And a lot of times, even if you just take one thing away, it's something that you can apply towards your business. It's something that you can apply towards your business, right? And incorporate possibly in your business model. Okay. So again, if you feel like you're kind of stuck, stagnant, maybe you want to rebrand, maybe you're kind of losing your motivation, maybe you're just not quite sure if you're in the right place at the right time. All you know is that it just doesn't seem to be working out. This summit is a good opportunity to let people from the comfort of your own home to sit with a notebook and a pen and a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever you drink, and just chill and just watch the videos. Even if you have to stop it, think about something, run to the bathroom, whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's a good opportunity to have a lot of different, talented people in business, right? To have different perspectives. Like we have a young lady that's going to speak to you about telling your story and the power of telling your story. We have someone that is going to speak, pour into you about business strategy, right? Program launching. We're going to have a lot of people that are going to be talking to you about mindset, basically getting your mind right. Because if your mind is not right, then where are you going, right? You're not going to be motivated. You're not going to be consistent, right? You're going to keep all this self-doubt, keep basically running up against all these brick walls because you keep doubting yourself. So you have to get your mind right. Mindset is so, so, so important. So we're going to have people pour into you and to talk to you about different ways to create a business success mindset, right? We're also going to have some people talk to you about the power of change and how it may be uncomfortable at the beginning, but it's necessary. It's part of a necessary process, right? We're going to have some people that are going to talk to you about transformation, people that are going to pour into you in reference to domestic violence. We have a young lady that's going to be talking about love and intimacy, right? And a lot of times people say, well, what is domestic violence or, toxic relationships or my relationship with my husband or my relationship with, I don't know, my siblings? What does that have to do with my business? And here's the thing. Everything is interconnected, right? If you are having issues or problems in your personal life, and I don't like to say issues or problems per se, but I can't think of another word right now. But if you're having issues in your personal life, then that is going to have an impact on how you show up in your business, right? It's going to have an impact on how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your abilities to be able to manifest your dreams, manifest or bring about whatever goals you have for yourself and your business, right? It is going to have an impact on that. So it doesn't, they may be side by side, but they're going to have an impact on one another at one, time or another, right? And it's going to be a negative impact. Nothing positive can come from being in a negative situation over here on this side of the house, and you got something else you're trying to work over here. It's bound to have an impact. They're bound to run together, right? That negative situation is going to have an impact on you mentally, physically, and spiritually, right? Now, when you are impacted in a negative way in any of those areas, that's going to show up in what? In your ability to be motivated or to stay motivated, right? It's going to also impact how you show up. Do you show up like an expert or do you show up questioning yourself like maybe, I don't know, sometime, that kind of thing, right? It's going to have an impact on you doubting yourself. Like if you don't feel good about yourself, you don't feel like you can do it, then you're not going to be able to do it, or you're going to have a heck of a time trying to keep yourself motivated or giving yourself these pep talks, if you will, in order to stay motivated. When a lot of times that may just be a band-aid approach. You really need to get in there and really figure out what's going on, right? For some of those deeper issues. But I'm saying all that to say, to let you know that whenever I do a summit, typically it's a mixture of business strategy as well as mindset work. And under that mindset work umbrella, I put things such as, relationships, any type of relationship, intimate relationships. Maybe we're talking about who you have in your inner circle, right? Like who you have close to you. We're talking about self-care. That's a big one. Because if you don't pour into yourself, right? How can you pour into others? How can you pour into your business? How can you pour into yourself? If you don't have it to give, you can't give it. You can't give it to yourself, and you definitely can't give it to anybody else. And you're not going to have enough energy, if you will, in order to be able to give your all to your business, right? You're just not going to be able to do it. You may be able to do it for a while, but you'll end up crashing and burning or burnout. Have you ever heard some people say they kind of work themselves into the ground, so to speak? Always giving, 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 always putting everybody else's needs first. So a huge component, right, of having a successful business you have to be able to, you have to love yourself, right? You have to love yourself and be able to replenish, be able to practice, and that's practicing good self-care, right? So being able to practice, or when you practice good self-care, you're pouring into yourself. You are replenishing yourself. And if you don't have a good system or systems set up in order to do that, then over the long haul, your health is going to be jeopardized, right? Which obviously is going to have an impact on your business. Because if your health is not good, how are you going to be able to show up in your business, for your business? And if you don't show up, then what makes you think that other people are going to feel that you can show up for them, right? If you can't show up for yourself consistently, then why would someone else invest in you and believe that you're going to show up for them, right? If you're not even showing up for yourself. So it definitely has an impact. It definitely has an impact. So this is a very well-rounded summit. So like I said, it's going to be, you don't want to miss this. Okay. If you have a coaching or consulting business, please share this broadcast out, tag a coach. Even if you don't pay for it right now, go ahead and mark the dates in your calendar. It's going to be May 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. Okay. So like I said, we're going to have a variety of different speakers that are going to talk to you about a variety of different things dealing with spiritual alignment, business strategy, and mindset work. Okay. And we know that each and every one of the speakers, you'll be able to take something away. I mean, something that you will be able to start implementing right away, that you can begin to see sustainable changes in your business. Okay. So, stop messing around. Stop staying somewhere, staying by yourself, not wanting to ask for help, not wanting to admit that your business isn't where you want it to be, right? But yet you don't want to reach out for any help. You don't want to form those relationships. And that's another thing too. When you have an event like this, it opens you up to different ideas, different ways of doing things. Someone else may have done something successfully that you never even thought about, right? And when you hear this, or you hear this presented to you, that might be an idea you might want to try, or it may spark another idea. Like, oh, you know what, that gets me to thinking about this. Maybe I'm going to try that. And also too, it's networking. Like if you upgrade to the premium package, you will have an opportunity to be a part of a networking event. And the networking event is going to be all of the speakers and participants that upgrade. And that will allow you to have an opportunity to ask your specific questions. Sometimes you might listen to a particular presentation, you take some notes, but maybe you kind of just still have like one question, that may tie everything together. You just like, oh, I just need to ask one question, and that one question can make all the difference. So that's an opportunity to be able to network, be able to ask your questions, as well as to be able to hopefully form some supportive relationships in the online world. Now, who knows? It might move from online to, face to face, or maybe something bigger, some sort of a collaboration. That might be an opportunity maybe to go on someone's radio show or a TV show, or, collaborate and do an event, face to face event. You never know. Possibilities are limitless. And like I said, you can do this from the privacy and, you know, privacy of and comfort. I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say. Not really privacy, but in the comfort of your own home. You can just sit there, chill out, have your cup of tea, and just take some notes. Just take some notes. And like I said, it's all about taking action. As an entrepreneur, we have to constantly be open to change, right? We have to constantly be open and willing to go outside of our comfort zone, because I know that we all understand that growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Again, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Okay. So again, the A Queens Roundtable Quarterly Symposium, which is titled All About the Business, is going to be taking place on May, and that's a Saturday, the 16th. That's a Saturday. So May 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. So what is that? Saturday through Tuesday. And like I said, it's online. It's a virtual online summit. And I am going to piggyback and put the link in so you can go ahead and register, or at the least write the dates down. Okay, so you don't forget. Okay, so go ahead and mark your calendars for that. Again, I am Jacqueline Kabah Harrison. I am going to be your summit host. And I also am going to be doing a presentation as well during the summit. So you don't want to miss that either. Also, other announcements is I do a Queen's Roundtable show, which is a live Facebook show, and that takes place every second and fourth Sunday of the month at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I interview a different entrepreneur, and we talk openly and honestly, good, bad, and the ugly about entrepreneurship. And we end on an educational note where you're able to, again, be able to take some tools and techniques away with you to begin implementing to level up your business, right? To get, as they say, get out of your own way. So it's a good opportunity. Again, if you join us live, you can ask questions and, just interact and make a new connect, and get some good knowledge, some good information, and some inspiration all at the same time. So mark your calendars. Again, it's every second and fourth Sunday of the month. And yeah, so every second and fourth Sunday of the month. So check that out. And then lastly, you've joined me here for Evening Motivation with Jackie, which is every Tuesday and Thursday at 10-ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, typically I give different tools and techniques. Sometimes, I'll give different announcements, things that I want to, keep you guys abreast of, so you'll know, what's happening, and be able to basically, especially if it's something that's a limited offer or limited seating, I definitely want you to, be the first to know and the first to be able to take advantage of it. Okay, so I hope everyone is having a productive, safe week. Hope you are getting through your to-do list and, being creative, being innovative, putting together those programs, those webinars, launching, being consistent, constantly implementing, constantly taking action, right? I wish you all the best. And until next time, be well. And thanks again, everyone, for that caught me live, as well as those that will catch the replay. All right. So good night, all.